Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, in a kingdom where magic whispered through the air and beauty could be both a gift and a curse, a young princess was born. Her name was Snow White. With skin as white as snow, lips as red as a rose, and hair as black as ebony, she was the fairest in the land. But her beauty was not merely skin deep. She was kind, gentle, and full of grace. However, the queen, her stepmother, was envious. She possessed a magical mirror, a mirror that never lied. Each day she would ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And for years the mirror answered, "You, my queen, are the fairest of them all." But as Snow White grew, so did her beauty. One fateful day, the mirror changed its answer. "Snow White is the fairest of them all." The queen's heart turned cold with jealousy. She ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and rid her of her life. But as the girl's innocent eyes pleaded for mercy, the huntsman could not bring himself to harm her. "Run, dear princess, run and never return." And so Snow White fled, deeper into the enchanted woods. Tired and frightened, she stumbled upon a tiny cottage, unlike any she had ever seen. Inside, 7 small chairs sat around a wooden table. Plates and cups, much too small for any grown man, were placed neatly. Exhausted, she lay down on one of the beds and fell into a deep sleep. As the moon rose, 7 dwarfs returned from the mines where they toiled each day. Their names were Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey. They found Snow White asleep and listened as she tearfully recounted her story. Their hearts filled with sympathy, and they offered her shelter, warning her never to open the door to strangers. But the evil queen, upon learning Snow White was still alive, devised a wicked plan. She disguised herself as an old peddler woman and knocked on the cottage door. Snow White, remembering the dwarf's warning, hesitated. "It is but a simple apple, my dear," the old woman cooed, offering a red, glossy fruit. With one bite, Snow White's vision blurred, her breath slowed, and she collapsed to the floor. The dwarfs returning home found her lifeless body and mourned. They crafted a glass coffin and placed her in it, believing her beauty too pure to be buried in darkness. Time passed, and one day a prince who had long heard of Snow White's beauty and kindness arrived. Overcome with sorrow at seeing her in eternal slumber, he bent down and kissed her. At that moment, the spell broke. The poisoned apple's curse was lifted. Snow White's eyes fluttered open, the prince rejoiced, and the dwarfs danced in joy. With love and gratitude, Snow White bid farewell to her tiny friends and rode with the prince to his kingdom. And so, with the darkness behind her and love ahead, she lived happily ever after. And so ends the tale of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, a story of jealousy, kindness, and the triumph of good over evil. Subscribe now and let's go on a fairy tale adventure together. Don't forget to like, share, and enjoy the magic.